my friends, yes, welcome to another episode of Nintendo Nightcap, bringing you as always all the very latest Nintendo news. Today is no different. We got a short video, but it's one that's very exciting to me because it's about a big game coming over to the Switch 2 and possibly being revealed soon. This comes via Nash Weedle. You guys know him by now, the big Nintendo insider, says he can confirm this. We're going to get into that in a second. Before we do, let me quickly just confirm you yourselves can win a Nintendo Switch 2 right here on this channel at launch in our special 24-hour live stream. I'll probably die, but you'll also give yourselves a chance to win Nintendo's next home console. All you got to do is hit that like and subscribe, tune in on the day, and see how your luck pans out for you. But right then, the story of the day, yes, Nash Weedle, as I said, the big Nintendo insider, has been at it again. He's been very consistent with his leaks, and this time he has come out and said that the game, the Souls-like game, Lies of P, is being ported over to the Switch 2. Now, this is very interesting for a few reasons, which we're going to get into. But firstly, let's have a quick look on X and see what he said about this game. So over on Switch, of course, he does, post in Spanish, but, thanks to Google, it's translated. And this is what he said about Lies of P. He says, Leak Express, I can confirm that a Lies of P port for Switch 2 is in the works. Their announcement seems like it could be made in June, but it depends on some factors in the port's development as they want to reveal a release date. He then goes on to say, following the latest information about the Lies of P DLC, I started to follow up on the thread and was able to confirm with a contact that the port is in development for Switch 2. Now, this is very interesting because he says, according to Digital Foundry, the AA studios had not received a development kit, but this is not true. And this is very interesting because, of course, Digital Foundry recently has been in a little bit of, hot water, a little bit of fire from Nintendo fans due to their take on the Switch 2 output and whether their games will end up looking more like PS4 or Xbox Series S, which is interesting myself because we can see examples of games like Street Fighter 6 looking better on the Switch 2 than the Xbox Series S. But nonetheless, I digress. That's not really that important right now. What's important is that Nash Weedle says the Souls-like game Lies of P is coming over to the Switch 2 and could even be revealed in June. Why is this interesting? For various reasons. One of them is because just yesterday or the day before, I can't remember, we heard from other leaker, PH Brazil, that there in fact is going to be a direct very soon. In fact, he says it's going to either happen on the week of the Switch 2 launch or the week after. So this is all kind of coming together and panning together and looks very possible now. As I said, Nash Weedle says that it depends on the development, how far along it is for Lies of P, because the studio do want to put a possible date on the end of the trailer. So this is very exciting. I had played the game on the PS5. I never finished it, but I loved the game. I love the art style. Of course, it's a Pinocchio game with the Souls-like twist on it. Really awesome steampunk art style. I loved it. I never finished it. It is brutally hard. Of course, there is DLC being made for it now. So I'm hoping in the future, if we do get a port on the Switch 2, as Nash Weedle is saying, then hopefully they'll release it with the DLC included. That's kind of what usually happens when games get released later on, especially on Nintendo platforms. So we'll have to wait and see. But, you guys let me know if you played the game before. What do you think about this news? If you haven't played it before, are you excited to see it on a Nintendo console? And, this is kind of all panning out for the fact that we've been hearing lots of rumors that in this Nintendo Direct coming up, it's going to be heavily featuring third-party games. I myself spoke about this with Nash Weedle in our latest podcast, which will be in a link in the description below. And he did say himself that he expects many third-party games to be coming to the Switch 2, including from Microsoft, and that those could be revealed very soon, specifically maybe in this Direct. So make sure to check out that podcast as well. But there you go, my friends. Exciting news, and I think we're going to get lots of news like this. We're going to hear about plenty of games of this stature coming over to the Switch 2. But let me know, are you excited for Lies of P on the Switch 2? I myself will be back tomorrow with another live podcast. The guest will be confirmed tomorrow, and I'll also be going over the latest Nintendo news. So until then, my good friends, have an awesome night, and I shall see you all then.